Hello, everybody, welcome to my channel. Today, I am going to explain a South Korean horror zombie film called Alive. Cho Ll-hyung has directed this film with the screenplay input by Matt Naylor. The film starts in a South Korean city, where the film's lead character Joon-woo is waking up late one morning. He is a vivid video gamer with his own studio and quite a lot of fans. He lives with his parents and sister, who went out early that morning without a specific reason. After some time, Joon-woo is watching emergency news on TV. Anchor says the citizens of the city are behaving irrationally, they are attacking one another without provocation, the government has lost control, for everyone's safety it is advised that people should remain in their house. So, basically, citizens were turning into zombies. Joon-woo sees this horror live from his apartment balcony. On the ground there was total chaos. People were screaming, shouting and running for their lives. Suddenly, there was a knock on Joon-woo's main door. When he opens his door, his neighbor barges in and says, "My brother has become a zombie. I don't have space to live," he requests Joon-woo for the stay. Joon-woo was already scared shitless, so he ordered that guy to get out immediately. He even threatened him with a golf stick. Now that guy starts to leave after using Joon-woo's bathroom, but before he could move out, he also starts showing symptoms of zombies, his eye turns red and within seconds he turns into a full-fledged zombie. He attacks Joon-woo. Joon-woo fights with that guy and kicks him out of his apartment door. But sadly, that guy was killed by another big zombie who then ate him alive. Yes, these zombies were not only attacking humans, but also eating other zombies for sustenance. TV news reports also confirm this behavior. After some time, Joon-woo gets a message from his parents. They say they are safe as off now. His dad strongly shouts a message. "Stay alive, stay alive." Now Joon-woo sticks this message on his family photo as a reminder. He now starts to ration his food. Day 2. Next day, Joon-woo sends an SOS message with his name and address through his social media account. With the help of his drone, mobile and VR headset, he watches his destroyed neighborhood. Sometimes later he lost his Wi-Fi network. At night, a lady police officer tries to escape the zombie zone with a service gun. She kills a couple of zombies, but eventually she becomes the victim of zombies. Joon-woo watches this horrifying scene from his balcony. He tries to help by shouting, which unfortunately gives his location to zombies. These zombies still had some brain function, they had some skills of their host, their hearing was normal. As soon as Joon-woo shoots one big zombie, comes to his apartment, barges in and attacks Joon-woo. Joon-woo tricks him, which results in his death as he jumped from his balcony. Here that officer's loaded gun was lying vacant on the ground. Next day, Joon-woo runs out of drinking water. He starts drinking his father's hard liquor for sustenance. He now covers his balcony windows too. Day 10. After 10 days of drinking with little to no food, Joon-woo was weak. He tries to switch on the radio from his mobile phone but fails. Since he didn't have a 3.5mm audio jack, which was required as an antenna. Meanwhile, he starts to hallucinate about his parents and sister. Then he receives an audio message from his dad. It was his last message. Joon-woo clearly hears his parents, sister screaming and becoming a zombie. He breaks down, he has lost all his hope. In a rage of revenge, he moves out of his apartment and starts attacking zombies. When the remaining zombies overpowers him, he runs back to his apartment. Day 20. Now the government starts bombardment along the outskirts of the city. Joon-woo has also lost all his hope, desire to live and, most importantly, food. He decides to commit suicide by hanging. When he was halfway through, a laser light distracts him, points his attention towards an idiom portrait in his house. The idiom says, "Faith is the reality of what you want, it's a proof of the invisible." Joon-woo was delighted. He turned towards the source of light. It was coming from the opposite apartment where a young teenage girl was standing. Her name was Yoo-bin. She has been stuck there for the last 6 days. Next day, Yoo-bin kills a zombie with a handheld hatchet. She was tough, aggressive compared to Joon-woo. Since zombies used to move towards sound, these two starts talking in sign language and writing on the mobile screen. Yoo-bin observed that the 8th floor of Joon-woo's apartment was empty, which was also the top floor of the building. Now Yoo-bin plans for a direct thread line between her and Joon-woo so that they can share food. She attaches a string to a baseball ball and throws it as hard as possible. Unfortunately, it falls on the ground. Joon-woo now gets her plan. He attaches a thread to his drone and flies it directly to Yoo-bin's apartment. Yoo-bin shares some of her food with Joon-woo. After some time, a firefighter zombie finds Yoo-bin's ball and pulls the string attached to it. That string was attached to a table in Yoo-bin's house. As soon as he pulled it, the table moved and hit Yoo-bin. It knocks her down. Apparently, these zombies would retain their host some skills, which in this case was climbing. He starts climbing. Joon-woo tries to distract him with his drone but fails. Zombie catches that drone in midair and smashes it. As soon as that zombie reaches Yoo-bin's balcony, Yoo-bin wakes up and kills that zombie with her hatchet. The zombie falls to the ground directly. Now at night, Joon-woo sneaks into his neighbor's house by lifting the key from a dead zombie who barged into his house. He sees a dead body of a lady. He lifts some food items from the kitchen. From the storeroom he picks up a 3.5mm audio jack, a couple of walkie-talkies and stuff relating to mountain hiking. Apparently, the brother of that dead zombie was some sort of hiking enthusiast who is now a zombie. Exactly at that time that zombie guy comes out of the blue and attacks Joon-woo. Joon-woo narrowly escapes with little fight. He tries radio by attaching this new audio jack to his cell phone, but it turns out the radio was also down. He now transports some food and a walkie-talkie to Yoo-bin. Both talk for the first time. For a few days both share food and their background. Yoo-bin says she is scared of heights. As we see, both collect water directly from rain whenever it rains. After a couple of days, zombies become aggressive as they are also not getting any fresh food. Both agree that it is not safe to stay in their apartments any longer. Yoo-bin suggests the idea of shifting to the 8th floor as it seemed there was no one. Both now jump from their apartment with the help of a rope. Here we see some brilliant action. Both were on a killing spree. They kill zombies left, right and center. Yoo-bin collects the officer's gun lying on the ground and shoots at the zombies. They somehow manage to reach the lift and the 8th floor thereafter. But their bad luck was one step ahead. Zombies were following them and again started attacking. But this time a new guy opened the door of his apartment and drags both of them inside, thus saving them. He gives them food and water. Yoo-bin was initially skeptical, but eventually she ate the food. He has drugged the food, which knocks both of them out. Apparently, his wife was a zombie. He kept her locked up in his bedroom. She was hungry for many days. He now threw Yoo-bin as food to her. Joon-woo wakes up and threatens him with the gun. But that guy didn't bulge. This gun-peddling video gamer couldn't garner enough strength to shoot in real life. Meanwhile, in the room, Yoo-bin tricks that zombie by covering her face with a cloth and releases her onto her husband. When the lady zombie was attacking, she picked up a gun from Joon-woo's hand and shot both of them in the head. The gun sound makes the remaining zombies on the ground flock towards their apartment. Yoo-bin thinks she was infected too, asks Joon-woo to mercy kill her, to which Joon-woo declines. Then they hear the sound of a helicopter hovering around their apartment. They run towards the roof as zombies also follow them. When they reached the roof, there was no one. They shoot their remaining bullets at zombies and were praying for a miracle. The miracle happens, and after a few minutes an army helicopter arrives there. The army team kills a few zombies and rescues Joon-woo and Yoo-bin. Joon-woo gets his mobile signal back. It had a ton of messages from his friends and followers. We see lots of people were using social media to send their location. Joon-woo's initial post had 1,200 plus likes, which eventually helped him in his rescue. The film ends here. So this is the new zombie film Alive. The film is pretty straightforward. It has suspense, horror, emotional element, and good music. If you like the video, do share, like and comment. Thanks for watching. Take care.